What's good, YouTube? It's Mamba, back with another video for y'all, man. And look, you already know we got another requested build video. The name on these builds really brought me back to 2K17, and that was the first 2K that I ever played online or anything. I don't remember having too many builds in that game. I think I really only had one, because it's the only one that sticks with me. I'm gonna be showing y'all two different point forward builds, man, but it's really gonna be three though, because I got a second version of the first one that I'm gonna show you, just for if you wanted to have some better defense. One thing I will tell you, that these builds not gonna be the fastest. I wish they could be faster, but the offense and the defense is gonna be super nice on these builds, man. I made them because I had a request to make an all-around 6'6" build, and I had like an all-around star build request like a while back, like 2 months ago, but I don't think we got that name in the current gen game. But these point forward builds, I feel like would be called an all-around star if we had that name in the game. And it is the 4th of July too, man, so I want to say happy 4th of July to everybody out there that's celebrating. I hope whatever you're doing today, man, you're staying safe. I hope you get to spend some time with your family and eat some good food and pop some fireworks too. I know y'all want to pop some fireworks, man. I never do fireworks. My family, we ain't never done that. I mean, I've popped fireworks before, don't get me wrong, but just as a family, like, we don't really do that. But my neighbors, they definitely about to be popping fireworks all night. I'm recording this on the 3rd, but my neighbors gonna start popping fireworks tonight. They probably gonna start at about 7 or 8. So yeah, I'll be ready for that. But y'all know we had a giveaway going on, man, a 75K VC giveaway, and I'll be choosing that winner and dropping that in the video. And if I don't drop it in the video, then I'll end up making a short about it. But with all that said, man, hey, liking the video will help YouTube push my videos out. I greatly appreciate that. And while you at it, you might as well click that bell so you can be notified whenever I drop a video. Make sure you click that subscribe button, and if this is your first time watching my videos, I am the Build Chef. Now let me show you why. Let's get to it, man. So to get this name, you want to make him at small forward, but you know, handing is not gonna matter, the jersey number not gonna matter, and where you're from is not gonna matter. Next, like I said, had to go 6'6". Then we got 195 pounds with a 7'1" wingspan, and you know, a defined body shape for the longest looking arms. And let's get to it, man. So to get the build started off, we got a 56 close shot with a 76 driving lay and an 80 driving dunk. That's giving us 15 finishing badges. No Hall of Fame, but it's all good because the finishing is not going to be the most important part of this build. But you see, I was still able to get us really exactly what you need for your finishing. So we got Pro Touching Giant Slayer on gold, Limitless, Aerial Wizard, and Acrobat on silver. And then you see all those bronze badges, man. The only one that I'm really worried about is Posterizer. And I'll be showing you my badge setup for the build after we get done with the physicals and before we get to the takeovers. Since you want to be all around, I wanted us to be able to dunk. At first, I made a point forward build that couldn't dunk at all, and I put that in a short. If you want to check that one out, it's popping up in your top right corner right now. But that one didn't have any dunk at all. You just got a high layup. So with this one, I wanted us to be able to dunk, man. So I got that 80 so you can have the most glitchy dunk package in the game. And using that with that Limitless takeoff on silver plus that Posterizer on bronze, it's going to be real cheesy for you. And then that 76 driving layup puts that Acrobat on silver and gives you that 15 badges. So like bare minimum in your finishing, like this is perfect for you. So now we can go ahead and get to that shooting, because this is where it's about to get fun at. So in this shooting category, man, I wish that I could get this mid-range higher, but at least we got this high 3 ball. So we got a 73 midi with an 85 3 ball and a little 61 free throw. You know, who cares about that? That's giving us 20 shooting badges, Space Creator, Volume, Slippery, Clutch Shooter, and Comeback Kid on Hall of Fame, Corner Specialist, Catch and Shoot, Green Machine, Claymore, Midi Magician, Guard Up, and Amped on gold, Blinders, Agent 3, and Data on silver with Limitless on bronze. That's a great group of badges, man. I usually don't even have builds with that Agent 3 on silver, but with this build, I really wanted to make sure we could do that because I got a great jump shot for this 6'6" build with this 85 rating, and that's popping up in your top right corner right now if you want to check that out. But making sure I can get that 85, they give me that jump shot and the Agent 3s on silver, so that's just a perfect combination right there. And then with that jump shot, you'll be able to hit midis better if you want to, or if you need to take that midi. The thing that sucks about it is that you can't get that Hall of Fame midi magician, but I think having that Agent 3s on silver is really gonna balance it out, so it's still gonna be God tier when it comes to that shooting, man. And now we can move on to that playmaking, man. Let's see what we cooking up. You know, I had to throw the burgers and the hot dogs on the grill, and we got the potato salad, got some good mac and cheese too with this 87 pass accuracy, an 88 ball handle, and a 72 speed with ball. That's giving us 22 playmaking badges. So you see how the build is a point forward, man, and what's really important to get that name is that 88 ball handle with the 87 pass accuracy combination. If you take either of those down, you'll end up getting multiple different names, man, multiple different names. But you see we got floor general, special delivery, post playmaking, break starter, ankle breaker, all on on Hall of Fame, killer combos, bailout, hyperdrive, quick first step, vice grip, dimer, and needle thrower all on gold, and then clamp breaker handles for days, unpluckable, and mismatch expert all silver. No bronze badges on this build, and bronze badges are for the peasants when it comes to this point forward build, man. Now try getting that speed with ball higher, and I know that there is a way I can do that, but you probably have to drop down that dunk. Like if you go to a 76 speed with ball, you'll be able to have 23 badges, and that's what I wanted at first, but dropping it down to a 72 was able to give me a little bit better stats everywhere else. But yeah, this build gonna have some real good shiftiness and quickness to it, man. Like, it's honestly crazy you can do all this on this build, man, and I ain't even showed you the defense yet. This build is definitely different, man. Not something you're really used to, but like I said, it's gonna be an all-around build. So let's just go ahead and get to this defense, man. But before we do, by now you should have already liked the video, subscribed, and hit that bell so you can be notified. But if you didn't, hey, I get it, man. I get it. You wanted to go ahead and get to this point forward, man. You was excited. I probably would have did the same thing too. But look, right now, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and click that, and click the other one too for me so we can move forward. And if you don't, Mike Wang just might permaban your account, man. Don't say I didn't warn you. Don't say I didn't warn you. Just click those 3 icons and let's get to this defense. Alright, so this defense, man. This defense took me so long to finally just say, alright, I'm done messing with it. I done went through,
Stop it. Get some help.
Man, I done went through like 4 different names on this build, just trying to get the attributes how I want them to be. But this final version, man, I think is really solid. We got a 60 interior with a 90 perimeter, a 79 steal with a 71 block, no offensive rebound, and a 70 defensive rebound. That's giving us 22 defensive badges, ankle braces, menace, off-ball pest, and workhorse all Hall of Fame, clamps, interceptor, chase down, and box out beast on silver, and then you see all those bronze badges, man. The only one I'm worried about is glove. So you don't need a 79 steal, you only need that 78 for glove and interceptor to be where they are, but a 79 gives you 1 extra badge. Now that block, you don't need a 71. I really only needed a 63 to get chased down, but going to a 71 gives you 1 extra badge. With that defensive rebound, going to a 70 really wasn't necessary because I was going to have rebound chaser regardless, but having a 68 gives you 1 extra badge, and then I had some more attributes, so I went to a 70 defensive rebound. And then having at least a 54 interior will give you 1 extra badge, and then I just used the extra attributes to get to that 60. So that's all I was really doing in the defense. I mainly was focused on the perimeter, and then I just started figuring all that out on the defense, and that's how we got to 22 defensive badges. Now after I show you these physicals, I'm gonna show you another version so that you can get that clamps on gold, because that's the first version that I was working with at first. But then dropping it down a little bit, I was able to get more dunk. After I dropped it down, I had went to an 87, but then I wanted us to get menace on Hall of Fame because I feel like that'd be pretty important for this build, so that's how we got that there. So now let's go ahead and get to these physicals and start finishing the build off. So we got a 77 speed with an 82 acceleration. Like I said, he's not the fastest, but this is the quickest version I was able to come up with that acceleration. Only a 40 strength, so we're not gonna have no bully. We're not gonna be too strong out there, but it's gonna be okay. You're not gonna be getting pushed out the way every single play, every single game. A little 60 vertical and then a 91 stamina, of course. So now let me show you this other one that's got a little better defense so that you can compare, see if you wanna run that one. But we still gonna be focused on this build right here. So the one on the left is what we've been focusing on, and the one on the right is if you wanted to have that gold clamp. So you see what I had to do is drop that acceleration from an 82 to a 78. I had to drop that defensive rebound down too, so we lost the badge. But that way you're able to get that 92 defense to get that gold clamps. The mid-range is a little bit better with this build, and you got an extra badge. And the finishing a little different too. You don't have that 80, so you're not gonna be able to get the quick drops. But with that 75, you can still get a great dunk package, and you got 1 extra badge in your finishing too. So it's not no crazy differences, but it's definitely some differences in these builds. But if you wanted to use this version that gets you the gold clamps, it will have the same exact name as this build right here. So let's get back to the original point forward. And y'all let me know what y'all think about this build in the comments, man, with these 15 finishing badges, 20 shooting, 22 playmaking, and 22 defensive badges. I think this build could definitely be a crazy build for y'all, man. A build y'all can have a lot of fun on, and just another true all-around build. But now before we get to these takeovers, man, let's dive into these badges. Now the core pattern I probably want to run is pattern 9. You really have a couple different options, because with this build you kind of do want a core badge in each category, but for me I would be running this pattern 9, so that way I can have a shooting badge, core, to playmaking, and then 2 defense, because you know defense is what's most important to me. So if you're not coring a finishing badge, then you can run it just like this, but you definitely want to add 6 extra badges so that you can run that limitless takeoff on silver. That's the only bad thing about that. But if you did want to core 1 badge from each category and just use that pattern, then you definitely want to run it just like this and then core that limitless takeoff on silver. In the shooting, regardless, I'm running it just like this. The most important thing to me is to have that dead eye cord on silver. The playmaking is another one. You could run 2 playmaking badges if you want to, but for this build, like I said, I think I'd rather do the 2 defense, so I'll be running it just like this with that clamp breaker cord on silver. And then if you just wanted to core 1 defensive badge, and you could do that challenger on gold, but for me, I want to get challenger and glove. So since interceptor takes 6 badges, then what I'd rather do is have that challenger on gold cord with that interceptor on silver cord, and then use those 5 badge points on my glove, and then I still have 1 more point. So probably just put on workhorse, so whenever I do get a poke, then I got a little extra speed to get to that ball. But yeah, that's how I run it. Now let's go ahead and get to these takeovers and let's see what it gets. So you already know we got that shot creating, the sharp, the playmaking, and the lockdown takes, man. Pick your poison on that, whatever you want to run. I'll be running what I got up there, man. But let's go ahead and see these shades. So we got Norm Powell, J Dub, and then we got Bruce Bowen. What do we make, 2K? We made a 2-way 3-point forward. A 2-way 3-point forward, man. Have y'all ever seen that before? Because when I seen that, that was the first time I had ever seen that build. And now I've seen 4 different point forward builds because I posted that 2-way slasher point forward. I'm about to show y'all another one. And I also made a 2-way 3-level point forward. And making that build ended up making me make this next build on accident because I had ended up forgetting how to make that build. But don't worry, I'll show y'all that build whenever I figure it out again. But now let me pop this other point forward on the screen for y'all too, so y'all can check that one out. So bam, you see this one not too different. I mean, just like the others. This one got 15 finishing badges too, but the layup and the dunk is a little different. A 76 midi on this one with 21 shooting badges. You see this one still got 22 defensive badges, and you got that 92 perimeter. The speed and acceleration still not the best, but you know I already told you that. And then we can zoom on past these takeovers because that's not going to be any different. And let's see these shades. We got all the same shades, but it's going to be a different name. And what do we make this time, 2K? This one is a 2-way inside out point forward. So I think that's probably all the point forward names right there besides just regular point forward. But at this point, if I made a regular point forward, that'd probably be a little boring, right? But I guess I still should just to finish out all the point forwards. Y'all see it, man. The build chef strikes again with these point forward builds, man. Like I said, 2K17, that was the first game that I played online. I had a point forward back then, and these builds really brought me back to when I had that point forward, man. I don't see myself making another build in 2K25, but in 26, I really might be out there with a point forward if I can. Like, I might have to really bring back the point forward build. But the next video, we're gonna get back to the NBA players, man. I just wanted to make a really dope build video for the 4th. Since we finishing up the giveaway today, I felt like that would make more sense. And I'll probably start mixing and matching like some NBA players with some other rare different builds, and it'll just be all different builds that y'all requested. But man, if you liked the video, I really appreciate you clicking that like button for me, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'm out. But before you go, I got some videos popping up for you. You got my most recent upload, you got this video that's recommended for you, or you can check out this playlist that's gonna show you all my build chef builds. Either way, man, pick your poison, and I'm out.